Now, learning about almost all the basic source of motivation, let's try to understand, or let's try to learn how to stay motivated always. But before we actually jump to answering to the question how to stay motivated always, I would like to bring 3 questions that I want you to ponder upon. And if you can actually answer to all these 3 questions, then it will really be helpful for you and also for me. So the first question is, how do you define motivation? What's your definition of motivation? What do you mean when you say motivation? Now forget about the definitions of motivation given by different people. Because the definition given by them might not be relevant for your life. So try to find your own definitions of motivation. And if you can actually do that, then it's good to jump over the next question. The next question is, what is your greatest source of motivation? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it church? Is it your religious book that you read? Is it yourself? So it's good to recognize our greatest source of motivation. It's good to identify our source of motivation. And when we actually do that, then we can proceed to the last question. What's the durability? How long does your motivation last? Does it go long? Does it go really short? Like, how long does your motivation last? That's a good question. And when you can answer to all 3 questions, then you'll find a way to solve things. You'll find a way to keep yourself going. So, that's one thing. There is something that I like about Bhagavad Gita. Over my few months journey reading Bhagavad Gita, I've learned a lot of things about Bhagavad Gita. And out of all, the one major thing that I've learned from Bhagavad Gita is about motivation. So the basic storyline about Bhagavad Gita is there is a battle going on. There is a killing, bloodshed, war going on between 2 cousins, right? So cousins fighting for what? They are fighting for territory. They are fighting for kingship. They are fighting for power. And in the middle of the battlefield, there is Sri Krishna riding chariot, who seems to me very wise. And at the back there is Arjuna. So Arjuna, looking at all the things that was going around, all the killings and all the bloodshed that was going around, and him realizing that they are not fighting against anybody but against their own brothers, right? So they are fighting against their brothers. They are killing their brothers. So what's the good outcome behind that? And realizing all this, he was very much soft-hearted in the middle of the battlefield. And Arjuna was trying to take advice from Krishna. And of course, Krishna pours so much wisdom to the empty Arjuna. And there is very fascinating statement that Sri Krishna used there about motivation. So he says something like this. Do not be motivated by the result of your action. So it's like, the interesting thing here is, we so much focus on our goals, we so much focus on good outcomes. Like, we really long and we really expect good outcome for our hard works, maybe for the actions that we are putting, for the efforts that we are putting. And then, we knowing that the outcomes are unpredictable, right? And not all outcomes will be good. Not all results will be good as we expect. And sometimes results seems very much unjust and unfair, because there are people who put all hard works, who put all efforts, who put all dedication, and yet meets failures. So we don't know the outcome, we don't know the result, we don't know what lies ahead of us, we don't know what future is bringing for us. And by the way, which to me seems very interesting, and it seems to me that it makes our life more meaningful and interesting and adventurous, because we are venturing towards the unknown. Like, we are literally going forward without knowing the outcome. So that's interesting sometimes. But the thing here is, the outcomes are not always good as we expect. So sometimes we meet failures, and failures are a good place to be disappointed, right? Failures are a good place to give up, right? So what Sri Krishna is trying to say here is that do not be motivated by the outcome, because outcome might be bad or good, outcome might be a failure, or outcome might be a success. So do not be motivated by that. Then the alternate way to understand this will be, then why don't you be motivated by the process, right? Put all of your effort, put all of your hard work, and just enjoy the process. And when you actually enjoy the process, you keep going. Because, of course, we meet failures in life, but that doesn't stop you, because you are actually enjoying, you are putting everything in the process. So when process is everything that you are looking for, and when process is everything that you are enjoying on, then you forward, and that's how you go ahead, and that's how you keep moving. So the best way to keep moving in life, the best way to stay motivated is to really appreciate our process, to really appreciate the hard work that you do for something, no matter what the outcome will be. Just enjoy the process, just really thank yourself sometimes, appreciate yourself sometimes, because you are putting hard work, right? It doesn't matter whether you achieve it or not, but you are doing your best. So when you appreciate that hard work that you put, when you appreciate the process that you go through, then you will always be motivated. So that's the thing that I wanted to bring here from Bhagavad Gita. So that's all for this video. I really hope that you find your greatest source of motivation, identify your source of motivation, and really drive forward in your life. And I also believe that whatever source of motivation that supports you will be a really good source in achieving your goals. And even if you meet failures in life, then you'll be very much resilient. You'll be willing to get up, you'll be willing to actually move forward from the failures and learn from the failures. So I really hope the best for your life. And if you think that you have learned anything from this video, then I urge you to subscribe and share it with your friends, because when you share the video, something that you have learned from, then it not just helps me, but it also helps your friend, who will also learn something, right?